Now, the other thing is, how would you like to double, triple, or quadruple your sales funnel by being anti-mimetic isomorphic? Anti-mimetic isomorphic. Now, if you Google anti-mimetic isomorphism, did not match any documents. I couldn't believe it. Google! Trust me, next week, you're going to go to my website. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'm going to talk to my internet guys. But when you put that in, it's got to come to our website. What does it mean? Well, guess what? There's a word called mimetic isomorphism. And if you Google that, you know how many hits you get? 42,900 hits. Now, what's mimetic isomorphism? The first thing is, you know, I'll break it down for you. You know what a mime is? You know what a mime is? Not, okay? No, you know what a mime, take it step by step. You know what a mime is? Right? It's the same. You mimic, right? So, mimetic is mime. What's iso? The same. Right? So you mimic, the same. What's morphism? What's morph? Melding, morphing, right? Putting together. So mimetic isomorphism is the technical term, monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. I should actually Google monkey see, monkey do, see if mimetic isomorphism comes up, but something tells me it doesn't. But it's basically do as the others and expect different results. Yeah, like that's going to work. How many of you started a business at some point in your life? What's the first thing you did? You figured out what everyone else was doing. And you thought, I'm so much more brilliant. I'm going to go into that industry and I'm going to do better than all these people who've been in this industry for 20, 30, 50, 100 years. And I'm going to show them how stupid they are because I'm so much smarter. I'm going to do it the way they do, better than them, and I'm going to pull out at least 3% more than they did. At least 3, maybe 4 or 5 or 6% more. How many would be excited about getting 3 or 4, 5, 6% above industry average? Really? No, people. You want to get 2, 3, 4, 500% better. Because you can. With the exponential mindset, that's exactly. But you have to do something. You have to add the anti in there. So it's anti-mimetic isomorphism. Anti. Don't monkey see, monkey do. Think completely outside the square. Do something that no one else does. And I'm going to show you examples of how I did stuff that no one else did. That you can apply in your business, but you've got to have the guts to do it. How many of you don't think you have the guts to do it? You have the guts to do it? You're going to need to get the guts to do it. I'm going to give you the strategy so you have the guts to do it. The first exponential idea, you know what this is? It's a sales funnel. Everyone tells you, focus on your sales funnel. First exponential idea I'm going to give you, because we're now talking to the non-VIP listeners on the DVD, because you don't know the stuff that we talked about beforehand. So this is going to be the first thing I put on the whiteboard. And when you look at sales funnels, this is the top of the sales funnel, right? These people are called what? Suspects. Right? And at the bottom are called what? Clients. And everybody else in between are called what? Prospects. Right? And then what happens is you take them through this process, this step, and then finally you end up with some money down here. Right? That's a sales funnel. So out of all of these suspects, you get all of these people to do something, you get all of these people to do something, you get all these people to do something, these people to do something, these people to do something, 5, 6 people to do something. And then you end up with the people down here. What do most people do? They focus on this shaded area here. How big is this area here? Huge! Huge! So if you use the strategies I'm going to show you, and I've got another 30 slides of examples that I'm going to start showing you now. Imagine if you could make this a little bit bigger, this a little bit bigger, this a little bit bigger. So your sales funnel now looks like this, looks like this, like this, like this, and like that. How much bigger would your business be? How much? How much? 300% or 400%. How else are you going to double your sales, triple your profits? Oh, I'm going to go out and get new prospects. Are you serious? You know what it took you to get your suspects in the first place? You're going to go get more? Good luck. Call me. Not going to happen. But if you have 1,000 suspects here and you convert 100 down here and get down to 5, if you just took care of these people better and did the stuff I'm going to show you, you're going to double, triple your business by doing nothing other than what you're currently doing now, but just better. At half the cost or at no cost. Is that exciting? What does it require you to do? No. I'm going to give him a chance. Do what? Help him. Bob, help Bob. Do it different. Don't do it better. You're going to do it different. You're going to do something different. Exponential idea number 2. How many of you have been screwed in your lives? And I don't mean sexually. I mean screwed from the point of view of, what's the expression in Australia? Got stuffed? Done over. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. How many of you have been done over in your lives? Like totally done over and you go, God damn it. How many of you? Right? Happened to me. When it happened to me, and I won't go into the story because it's not really that relevant, but someone allegedly defrauded me. Someone I trusted, an employee who worked at another branch. And I was just starting the Anthony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within, and Personal Power Tapes, whatever, you know, think positive and all that stuff. And it was great. And then all of a sudden, it happens. And I'm thinking, oh, man, Tony, you shouldn't be talking to me on the car, radio, CD, whatever, cassette tape thing today, because... Did you hear that? Okay? I mean, and I was livid. But, you know, you get what you focus on. So I said, no, I'm not going to focus on retaliation and vengefulness. I'm going to write an article. And I'm going to write an article of how I got done over. 3 parts. And I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to tell everybody in my industry how I got done over. How I was stupid enough to trust someone that I thought I treated very well, who took advantage of me, and how I got totally, totally taken advantage of. And the last part is, don't sue the bastard. Let it go. 3-part series. Made a couple $1,000s. It was the most successful article I ever wrote for this publication. I got letters and emails. Fabulous. Thank you very much. I didn't identify the person. People who knew the story knew who he was. It wasn't retaliatory. But because I rechanneled that in, one, I protected myself because people aren't going to do me over knowing that this is how I react. Because you guys do me over, guess what? I know how to get back. And it's not going to be through lawyers. It's going to be through stuff like this. Because I'm just going to take that lesson and say, you know what? Yeah, you did me over for 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 200 grand, whatever. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to leverage it, and make sure that my preeminence rides, and I'm going to say, look, I made a mistake, but I don't want all the rest of you to make this mistake. Lead us not into temptation. So how do you remove the temptations for employees? Well, there's 10 things you should do. You need to read the article. So all of a sudden now people want to read my article, and of course there was a byline that said who I was, and then bingo, in the industry I became this expert who got done over. But I didn't just get done over and whinge. I did something about it and helped everybody else. So all of a sudden I became best friends with, oh, mate, let me tell you a story. Of course, they didn't say that. They said, dude, let me tell you a story. So then all of a sudden I got to know how they got done over. So I found out 10 different ways employees can do you over. Guess what? My systems got really good really quick. I never got done over ever since. I never could have paid for that advice from any lawyer because you can't think outside the square, especially not in my industry. I was in the printing industry. You follow? How much value do you think that is in your lives right now? If you got done over and you can articulate it, you've got an article right there you can leverage. If you've been done over a couple times, maybe you should look at why. If it's something that's repeating, solve that problem. If it's a couple times, guess what? That's a couple articles. Because then you can help people to save themselves from the same fate. There's always going to be toxins out there, toxic people. You have to be able to deal with them. How about turning $1,000